Good day, everyone, and welcome to Fulfillionaire's File, a space where we explore stories of transformation, resilience, healing, leadership, and purpose. I'm Maria Victoria Ferrer, though many people simply call me Vicky. I'm a personal power and public presence coach and a financial educator, passionate about helping people discover confidence, emotional resilience, communication mastery, and personal empowerment. For many years, I have worked with individuals, leaders, teens, professionals, and communities across different countries, helping people navigate challenges, rebuild themselves after pain, and step into lives filled with meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. As someone deeply involved in emotional wellness, mindfulness, and human transformation. I believe healing is not only financial, professional, or physical. Healing is also emotional, energetic, spiritual, and deeply human. That's why today's guest is truly extraordinary. Our guest today is Reverend Wakinda Rose. And Reverend Wakinda Rose is somebody who is an ordained minister of the International Assembly of Spiritual Healers and Earth Stewards, also known as SHES. She comes from the Monacan Indian nation located in the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia. I would love to visit that one day, Reverend Wakinda. Wakinda has been a shamanic Reiki master and a teacher for over 30 years, and she trained under Reverend Arlene Denton of Ocoee, Virginia, and also studied shamanism under Shaman Manin of Veins of Silver. So interesting. Though the wisdom of her ancestors remain shamanic teachings and Reiki healing energies, Reverend Wakinda has created a powerful and unique healing experience for both people and animals. She practices and teaches the use of drums, rattles, crystals, crystal surgery, pendulums, incense, smudging, and aromatherapy as healing tool. She's also an end of life doula. Oh my God. So interesting, offering sacred support, comfort, and peace to individuals during one of life's most profound transitions. Today, we are honored to welcome the founder of Heartwood Spirit, Reverend Wakinda Rose. Welcome to Fulfillionaire's File.
Good afternoon. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. And I'm glad that you're here for you to share your experience and knowledge to our audience. So, my first question is, your journey combines healing, spirituality, and compassionate care. What life experiences led you to create Heartwood Spirit and dedicate your life to shamanic Reiki healing?
Well, my husband was dying, and I was trying to heal him with my own energy, and I was getting sick myself because it was just taking all my energy. And I went into a small shop that Arlene Denton, my teacher, owned, and I had a migraine, and she overheard me talking to my son about it and says, "Well, here, just sit in this chair for a few minutes." So I sat down and she gave me Reiki, and I never had that migraine again. So I went home and I gave Reiki to my husband. I trained under Arlene for 10 years as her assistant. And one of her, I was also ordained by her. She also had her own church.
Uh-huh.
So I was also ordained by hers. I've been ordained twice.
Wow, twice. So I should say Reverend. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so
I worked on
interesting.
my husband, and he lived another 10 years, and he had
Oh,
congestive
God bless him.
failure.
Oh my God, Wakinda,
Yeah.
that's amazing how you are serving the people. And that's why I asked the for you to come to Fulfillionaire's file because you're doing a lot of community service and help and support to the people. So yeah, many people are actually hearing about shamanic Reiki for the first time. How would
Yes.
you explain its power and purpose to somebody who may feel curious but skeptical?
Well, Reiki is universal life force energy, and it's all about the vibration. There are 5 symbols in Reiki. Isui Reiki is what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
There's several types of Reiki these days, but I practice Isui Reiki and add my shamanic tools into it. As you mentioned before, when you were introducing me, I am a Monacan Indian, and I
Mm-hmm.
channel my ancestors. And my name, Wakinda, means bear medicine woman, and I was named
Oh.
after my 7th generation grandmother, who was a medicine woman, and I channel her especially, and and Reiki just I've seen miracles happen. I've seen cancer cured. I've seen people walk again. It's amazing stuff, and it's all about the frequencies, and Reiki accelerates your cells to a healing vibration. So, and it lasts 21 days. A session would last 21 days. Um, it
Wow.
keeps working for 21 whole days. And I always charge a crystal like like one of these,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Wow.
really pretty crystal. And I charge that for the 21 days also. So the crystal is giving off Reiki also. And then I use crystals in in my work.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I do shamanic crystal surgery.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
that is amazing stuff. And the crystals I use, that particular one I have had, that was my very first crystal 30 some years ago. And I've been using it for 30 years to heal people. And it's very, very powerful. People can feel it. And they ask, if they have their eyes closed, they don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, that's
Ask me, what are
amazing.
you doing? And I tell them I'm using my crystal on you.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
it's amazing how well it works.
That's amazing, Wakinda. You
Hmm.
work not only with people, but also with pets and farm animals. What are
I
some of the
do.
most profound healing experiences you've witnessed through energy work with animals?
Well, I had 2 animals that were dying. One belonged to a veterinarian,
Oh.
and it was a goat, and she was very ill and had been for a while. And the vet did everything she possibly could that she knew to do, and it wasn't working.
Mhm.
And I went over to the farm and went into the place where the goat was, and the barn. And the poor thing was just standing in the corner. She and she couldn't hardly stand. Her legs were shaking, and she
Mm.
was tipping over, and that's why she was in the corner so the wall would hold her up.
Oh.
And it was very, very sad.
Mm.
So I worked on her for an hour. My sessions are always at least 1 hour or more. And and by the time I left, she was eating and drinking and playing with her fellow goats and
Oh.
jumping up and down on the hay bales, and
Oh, that's amazing.
and she
Yeah.
actually had a baby
Oh,
after
really?
that.
Wow. Can you
Hmm.
imagine, Wakinda? I think you are God sent. I believe that. So
Well, yeah,
yeah,
it's the
yeah.
Reiki, it's not
It's the
me.
Reiki. Exactly. You are the instrument to
Yes,
healing, and
yes.
God bless you. So I
Hmm.
believe animals carry an incredible emotional intelligence. They respond
Yes.
to energy, presence,
Hmm.
safety, and compassion in ways that often surprise us. Sometimes animals heal humans emotionally without even
Right,
speaking a word, right? And that's why we
right.
have our pets at home. We consider them as our children, and
Right.
that is, something that animals and humans connect with. I'm
Right.
just curious, uh, Wakinda, as an end of life doula, you support people during one of the most vulnerable stages of life. What has this sacred work taught you about peace, fear, and the human spirit?
Well, when I go into a person's home, they're usually very upset, that they are afraid. All of my patients have been terrified of dying. They don't know what's coming. They don't know if they're religious. They don't know if they're going to heaven or hell.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Um, and what I do is, I read books to them, not the Bible, but books about dying and what comes after, because there's a lot of end of life um, people that have come back
Yeah.
and written books.
Wow.
So I read
Wow.
these books to the people, and I also, give them comfort and care. I give them Reiki, of course, to, it's not going to cure them, but, um, well, my husband did live another 10 years, but,
God bless him.
right. So, it doesn't, it's hard to say, that they're going to be cured or not, but they do feel better. That's the least you can expect of Reiki, is
Yeah.
that you'll feel better,
Yeah. That's
and you're
wonderful.
relaxed and your anxiety's gone. It's very calming and caring and warm. My hands get very warm,
Oh.
and it's comforting, very comforting.
Yeah, wow. So stress, anxiety, and emotional overwhelm are affecting so many people today. I'm sure those who are watching us now can say, "Oh my God," they can resonate with what they're feeling and how you could help them. What are some simple practices viewers can begin using immediately to create more emotional balance and inner calm?
Well, one of the things I teach people is to do deep breathing exercises.
Mhm.
And when I'm with them, I tell them, to breathe in Reiki, breathe out Reiki. But if you don't have the symbols that you're attuned to, you have to be attuned to these symbols, or they
Mhm.
don't work.
Uh-huh. I
But
see.
deep breathing works even without Reiki. So
Mhm.
just, breathe deeply and blow it out, like that. And
Mhm.
do that about 10 times, and you'll be a lot more relaxed and able to think clearer.
Wow. I
And
personally, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, so I get a lot of people come to me right now, with high anxiety,
Mhm.
a lot of trauma, um, guilt, because somebody has died and they feel like they didn't do their job.
Mm.
They didn't give the person enough of themselves. And I help those kind of people also, because Reiki is good for emotional, mental, physical, you know, spiritual. Um,
Right.
I'm also a spiritual advisor
Yeah.
and a grief support person for hospice.
Wow. It's amazing. I personally believe mindfulness changes lives, even pausing to breathe deeply, grounding
Mhm.
ourselves in nature, becoming aware of our emotions can shift our entire state.
Yes.
Yeah. And for everyone watching right now, take one deep breath in and slowly exhale. Sometimes healing begins with a single conscious breath. And you also teach shamanic Reiki and empower others to begin their own healing journeys. What
Yes.
transformation do you hope your students experience when they attend your classes and trainings?
I hope that they all experience peace for themselves, because the first level Reiki class, there's 3 levels that I teach. And I also teach a refresher class for people that
Mm-hmm.
I've taught maybe 10 or 15 years ago come back to me and say, can you can you do a refresher class for me and reattune me? Because they want to start their own business or they just want more energy. Um, so uh, I hope that they are able to achieve what they want to do. I don't tell them. I let everyone choose for themselves what they want to learn. We can skip over something if they're not interested, like animal Reiki. Not everybody wants to do animal Reiki, which surprises me, but it's
Yeah.
true. Um, and
Yeah.
it's also, and I teach chakras and uh, aura clearing and all kinds of, all the different modalities there
One,
are out there.
Within the one question is you do virtual healing, right? So, for example,
Yeah.
somebody is here in California and she has some pets. She wants for you to heal them. Is that possible?
Yes, it is. I do distance healing, they call it. And I can send healing right now to all your viewers,
Oh,
all
including
of them,
myself.
including yourself.
Thank you. Thank you. That's why, Wakinda, God bless you with all the things you do. A quick question, because as a financial educator, many people carry financial stress alongside emotional pain. In what
Mhm.
ways do you believe financial security contributes to overall healing and peace of mind?
Oh, it definitely helps with the peace of mind. If you're worried about where your next meal is going to come from, or if your car breaks down, can you fix it? There's all kinds of things that happen out there, and a lot of people are experiencing right now,
Mm-hmm.
being laid off or fired from
Mm-hmm.
their jobs and, um, just gotten rid of, basically, especially
Yeah.
older people. You know, I'm an older person, and
Mm.
it can be very hard. You can have, physical difficulties, things like that, that are very stressful. You can't do what you used to do. You're not able to work, that kind of thing. It's very stressful.
It is. It is.
So, Reiki really helps with stress because
Oh,
it calms
yeah.
you down. Like I said, the least you can expect is to be calm and relief. You have a relief.
Right, right. That's
Hmm.
amazing. So, Reverend Wakinda Rose, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom, your compassion, your healing journey, and your heart with us today. In a world filled with noise, pressure, stress, and uncertainty, conversations like this remind us that healing is possible, peace is possible, and human connection still matters deeply. And to everyone watching today, may this episode inspire you to slow down, reconnect with yourself, honor your emotional well being, and remember the true fulfillment comes not only from success, but from inner peace, purpose, compassion, and service to others. Reverend Wakinda, how will they contact you if they want to reach out to you?
I have a website. It's heartwoodspirit.com.
Mhm.
And I have a page on there that you can contact me by. And it sends me an email. And so give your phone number or however you want to be contacted, and I will get back to you right away. Or you can text me at my phone number is 206 And I welcome all calls. And I will send Reiki to everyone on this show right now.
Thank you. Thank you. So, again, thank you, Reverend Wakinda. This is Maria Victoria Ferrer, your host for Fulfillionaire's File. Until next time, continue becoming not only successful, but truly fulfilled. God bless all of you, and thank you for joining us. Thank
Thank you for
you.
having me.
Thank you, Reverend Wakinda.